with that sniper rifle with that E ratio. 6 getting a headshot on Grant, but Baines coming in for the triple quad and able to completely clean all but one. That is leaving Genesis by himself. Baines, 6 health. He's done all the work. Rain setting up that beautiful defense you've seen, and they are circling around. Gesh going for the quad kill.
Wow.
And just obliterating his team. Virtually useless. So he's just going to take it and run. So just going to making their way around. Of course, Dolby has the guns to help them out. Noxy going for the quad kill. Caught Vercrox, Cold, and Vinley all gone. And then Faultless as well being taken out. Bob is going down. And looks like it was planted just in time. Geshe getting double kill. Envy and Unluck. One more left. Genesis able to be taken out with a pistol. 8 health left. Looks like Faultless and Strong about the same health right now. It's anybody's game. Who can shoot who first? Faultless looking at the top. Strong coming from the side for the headshot. Not looking the right direction. Oh, but he is able to pick up the second kill. Melody, Chuck taking up Oscar Strong. Envy, Genesis, and Gesha picking up kills themselves. Unluck getting on the scoreboard. Headshot. Fallen Eye is the only one left. Oh, but it's a headshot on Envy. The only one who had the potential to maybe take him out based on the health advantage. Unluck. Does he have the luck? Barely saved himself from that corner. Using those ears to his advantage. Gotta go for the defuse. Is he gonna be able to get it? And yes, he's able to fake him out just long enough and to take out Unluck to get the first round on the board for Rain.
feel the competition? Play Critical Ops tournaments now on Geyser to win cash prizes and exclusive credits. Download Geyser to compete in mobile gaming tournaments for real cash.
Inside, he's gonna get naded down there. A little bit of damage on him, but he's fast on the flank. Inside, he gets two massive frags there. Allows for his team to come in. Now, outside, he's gonna be able to get the 4K.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the EU Tournament number 1 semifinals for the Critical Ops Circuit Season 2. Of course, that is powered by Geyser, Critical Force, and Compact Esports. We are back for Day 2, the finals today. We've seen many teams come through this circuit so far, and we were able to watch 4 teams yesterday duke it out, and now we're down to the last 2 that'll be going up against each other to get their points for this qualifier for the main tournament, to see if one of them can make it into it and then potentially get the prize pool that we've been so waiting for. But at this point, we've got to get this one out of the way. If you guys are just tuning in, again, welcome, and we're going to go ahead and go over a little bit of a brief overview for if you guys heard this yesterday. Don't worry, you'll hear it again. But for the newcomers, we're going to talk about how this whole circuit is working and how we'll be following along. And so this is qualifier number 1. Here we are going to be figuring out who is going to be getting their main points in the circuit. And we have the teams that have worked all the way here, 128 teams, and have dwindled down to these 2. The point system that we are going to be working with as they move along is based on what their placements are. And there is only going to be 2 qualifiers this time around. Last time there was 3. But right now it's only 2 qualifiers moving into up to the final tournament. Our point systems are going to be 20 points for the main winner. This is going to be whoever wins the entire qualifier. Second place, third, and fourth will be 16, 12, and 10. And of course, you have your 5th through 8th place will be getting 6. So if you guys were here for last season, there's been a little bit of changes from that. It'll help the people who may be placed lower in the rankings to have a better chance of going and being able to come back for the next qualifier and make it into it. And so here are what the players and these teams are going to be fighting for today. So we have our main tournaments, which are the qualifiers. First place is going to be getting $500, 1,400 credits, and 15 event cases. Second place will get $250, 1,400 credits, and 10 event cases. And third and fourth place will just get the 1,400 credits and 10 premium cases. And everybody else who has participated from 5th through 8th will get 1,400 credits. And now, of course, the final tournament, this is what everybody's really gearing for, gunning after each other. That is going to be $2,000 for first place and a unique circuit skin. This is going to be the Season 2 skin. There was one unique skin for the first season, but this season is a little different. Twist, I know that you've been looking at this quite a lot, and this is it's a beautiful skin. How do you think these players will be gearing towards this?
Oh, most definitely. Personally, I really enjoy this skin. It's kind of a shame that, I have to cast. I can't try hard myself to maybe get the skin, but it definitely looks very good. I like the Circuit Season 1 skin as well, but I definitely think this one is better. And I think, it's not the main prize pool. Maybe players compete for the cash or for the in-game rewards as well, but it's definitely a nice addition. And I think it's more of a kind of a trophy item. If you're a Critical Ops competitive player, it would be nice to get the skin, win the tournament, and maybe in 5 years you look back in retrospect and you have spent the cash and you have spent the in-game credits, but you still have the skin. So it's definitely a very nice addition, and I truly do like the skin.
Absolutely, yeah. It's beautiful. The guys, the art team, have done a great job on that. Now, as well as that skin, first place is also going to be getting 3,000 credits and 20 event cases. And for second place, $800, 3,000 credits and 15 event cases. And third and fourth place will get correspondingly $400 and $300 for those placements, along with the credits and premium cases. And so these teams, there's a lot on the line. There's a lot of things ready and just waiting to be taken. And these qualifiers and the main tournament will be figuring out who in what order will be getting those. But for you guys at home who are watching and who are listening to us, there is also something that you can be a part of as well. So we're having a circuit event here for all the fans who have been tuning in. If you guys want to check it out on compactesports.com, go over there, go to the Discord channel area, and pick your corresponding region, whether it be NA, EU, or SA. Inside those Discords, there will be information and events that will be run throughout the duration of the circuit, and there are prizes that you guys can win. Those prizes include the top 20 fans that, based on your points and your earnings, can win 15 reward cases along with 1,000 credits for first place. Second through fifth place, 10 rewind cases, and that's per person, by the way. 6 through 10 will get 10 premium cases per person, and 11 through 20 will get 5 premium cases, again, per person. So go ahead and go to compactesports.com and go, again, get into those Discords that correspond with your region, and go ahead and be involved with that and keep an eye out for those notices for those events. And also, that is where you can get the most up-to-date information about the circuit and the qualifications and everything you need to do for it. But
Yeah, I also wanted to say that not only you can take part in these fun events and win some cases, but also there's giveaways running pretty much throughout the whole tournament. All you have to do to partake in these giveaways is stay active in the live chat. Watch the stream and just check the live chat, and there will be people, there will be Critical Ops developers, telling you what to do to partake in these giveaways. Usually, it's just typing a single word in chat, and then someone randomly gets picked. So definitely keep an eye out for that if you want to get some free cases.
absolutely. Yeah, there's always things to be obtained, and if you don't partake in it, then there's no chance of winning. And there's nothing. We're
That's
not
true.
asking for anything from you. This isn't the lottery. We don't need $10 from you for you to have a chance to win. All you got to be is to be here, say hi, and whatever the requirements are to pop in chat. But let's go ahead and give a huge shout out to all of the teams that have qualified here. All the teams that have made it thus far into this qualifier, they've all done a great job. And, we need to give them a little bit of a standing ovation. But unfortunately, since we're all virtual, we can't. But definitely pop a congratulations in chat for them for making it here. And we're going to go and see their placements, and how they've made it here. Twist, they've done hard work. Some of them have unfortunately not made it here to the end. But based on their placements, we should be able to see plenty of them back for next season. How do you think the players that have unfortunately not made it to this point? How do you think that's going to reflect come qualifier number 2?
Yeah, well, I think what teams have to remember is that even if they maybe didn't make it this time, they can still make it in the next main tournament. The way this, as you I think mentioned before, the way this tournament works is there are 2 main tournaments, one per month, and then whoever scores the most points out of those two tournaments gets to the big finals. But the thing is, if you fail in the first tournament and you get your points, you can still try and you can still, come back in the second main tournament and make it back and make it to the finals. So it's not like it's basically if you don't fall out, if you fall out in the first round, you can still make it back, So I think that's great. And we definitely saw some very fast-paced action yesterday, It was Tuho versus the Ruthless and Team Elevate versus Euphoria. Both of these matchups, both of these best of threes had some games that were just insanely close, We just had on both of these matchups, we had games that was 12-12. We didn't know what was going to happen. So I really hope it's going to be the same today when we watch Ruthless versus Euphoria, the finals.
Absolutely, yeah. Again, there's always points to be gained. For the teams that didn't make it to this point, again, you guys have a chance still next month. So if you guys are wanting to give it a shot again, we'll be more than happy to have you. And of course, you guys tuning in as well. That'll be next month. And again, all those corresponding links and everything will be in the description of the video here if you want to join in, again, from compactesports.com and then get those updates about Circuit and the tournaments. But coming up next very soon, the teams that'll be giving you guys the entertainment of a lifetime to find out who will be the finalist, the winner, the number one here in the qualifier, Ruthless or Euphoria. Yesterday, Euphoria really did a number. They outperformed Elevate. That's something we've talked about many of times as a fan favorite. They were slated at 83% on the poll that was expected to win. And out of the end, with only a 17% chance based on the predictions, Euphoria taking that win. And that 50-50 between Ruthless and Tuho was ridiculous between it. And, between the two teams, we have their stats here for what their ratings are and their average kill deaths and how many maps they've played on. And, these guys have done a whole lot of work, and these stats, by the way, are always constantly updating. Twisted, you mentioned yesterday that it's as we continue on through this, we're going to start seeing who's really going to be pulling ahead, and with these stats constantly updating. And you would be right. Atik has moved up a fair amount. I think it was two placements up, and now has a 1.09 rating at this point.
Yeah, I think the stats are better. It's easier to understand the stats now. Maybe they reflect the reality more since there's more games played. And I think, yeah, as you said, this is going to be a very close matchup today. For example, if you look at the Twitter polls, it's split equal. It's like 50-50. So yes, Ruthless has some great performers. We saw that great performance from Atik yesterday. But I actually want to take a look at the other side, which is Euphoria, because what we saw yesterday was a very great team performance. But as you can see, Fierce, he wasn't even in the top 3 yesterday. I don't think so. But now he's number 1. Yesterday, we saw that both of the games, I think he top fragged, and he's also the in-game leader. So definitely some great performance from him yesterday. And Mixage as well. He's still the leading, the team's leading kill expert. He gets all the frags. Maybe he doesn't get the rating. Maybe he doesn't put in the effort as much, team-wise, but he definitely gets the kills. So he's one of the flashier players to look out for in this tournament. So yeah, I think it's going to be a great game. I would guess it's going to go to 3 maps. And yeah, unless Euphoria causes a huge upset like they did yesterday against Elevate, like just rolling over them, I think it's going to be very, very close game and just a good finals game. But we actually have to move on to the map vetoes because the game's going to start soon. For that, we're going to show you guys, who banned what map, who picked which map, and further on. So the way this works is each team's ban one map first, then they pick one, then they ban one again, and then the decider is, decider is there. So for Euphoria's side, they started picking first. They banned the map Plaza. Next up is Ruthless. They banned the map Canals. We didn't see these maps yesterday, but it's fine. We'll maybe see it next time we stream these main tournaments. The next main tournament. Anyways, next map pick Legacy, and then Bureau, and then Euphoria banned Raid, and I believe that Ruthless banned Port. So Port that we saw twice yesterday, we're not going to see it today. And actually, I have very great news. The new diffuse map Soar that we kind of talked about yesterday. I think you said that players might be avoiding it with just a new map. But actually, it's the decider, you know. So it's going to be great to see that game. It's a new competitive map, and personally, I'm really interested in it. I want to see how it plays out since I haven't played that much competitive or just in general on the map Soar. So I think it's going to be a very fun matchup.
I do agree. I've had very little time on the map. I think I've played on it 4 or 5 times at this point, and there's a lot of routes and a lot of choke points in it. So it's gonna be fun. I'm really excited that such a new map is able to be the deciding factor at this point. And if there's any day to have a best of 3 make it to 3, today is gonna be that day, because that means everybody will get a chance to officially see Soar on the main screen and be able to appreciate and not only see it, but see how the professionals get to play on it. It's going to be amazing to see how they've done it, how they've trained, and what their strategies are on the map. Because again, as we mentioned yesterday, if you guys are new and you guys haven't played on it, or if you guys are new and you guys want to get into Circuit, you guys can watch these professionals, study how they do things. They would all be flattered to be the inspiration for your wants and needs to join to the circuit in the professional scene. And watching how they do things and learning how that strategy works, then you will be able to do your own and be able to walk on your own 2 feet without having to necessarily use someone else's playbook. And we're all happy to have you. If you guys aren't on a team yet, if you guys have a couple of friends, form a team and give it your best shot. We'd be happy to have you.
Yeah, I wanted to mention that, you watch a circuit tournament, maybe you wonder, oh, so you have to be like really good to get in or something. No, you can sign up for circuit if you have 5 players on your team. Will you win? Maybe not the first time, but you have that chance to start doing something, maybe start improving in the game a lot more, playing competitive, because competitive is the fastest way to improve. Playing scrims, playing tournaments, it just boosts your performance so much because you learn so much from other players who are maybe higher skill level than you are at this time. So yeah, if you guys want to, play in circuit, playing competitive, that's definitely possible. It's not like only some good guys with iPads can do it. So I would really encourage everyone who's maybe interested to try to make it happen. Test out. Maybe you can be the next Genesis or Strong, or whoever is the best player in Critical Ops now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they didn't get here by doing nothing. They've put the hours in. They've played with friends. They've moved they've been on different teams, and it always starts somewhere. And whether that's at the beginning and with a bunch of people you don't know, or a bunch of people you do know, either way, you got to start somewhere, and the only way to from here is up. Is the only where you can go by starting a team or being involved in it. And so again, we're all happy to have you, and all the players, they'd be anxious to play against you. And again, that experience, as we mentioned, there was 128 teams. They all have to duke it out at some point, and whether you get knocked out in the first one, at the first rounds, or second or third, that experience will be staying with you, and you'll be able to learn and what you need to do for next time. So, give it a shot. We're happy to have you. And Euphoria and Ruthless.
Yeah,
They
let's
are
get
final
let's get back up to
contestants
the
today.
matchup.
Yes.
They definitely are.
Um,
What are your predictions? Like, it's as I said, it's a very close game. So I want to hear what you say first, and then they can't blame me afterwards if it doesn't happen that way.
I can already make at least one prediction. Regardless of who to win or lose, there will be a lot of mortars, as I'll put it, coming out of the sky. The grenades will be flying endless. I think we had a total of 6 deaths with Euphoria yesterday with grenades in one set of matches, and that was on port. And so it was just nuts to see the amount of equipment being thrown around with those teams with Elevate. And so I can at least say it's going to be an explosive time with these teams.
I
As
really
far
hope so.
as who might win, Euphoria is the underdog here. Ruthless being from last season, they were number 4 into the finals, so they have experience, and they have made it here because of that. But Euphoria is a mixed bag of great players from many different teams that we've seen before, and so they may be a new team and a new name, but they definitely still have experience under their belt. And if they do what they did yesterday, then Euphoria might have a pretty good chance.
Yeah, what we saw yesterday, like both of these finalists did a great performance yesterday, as mentioned. Like Ruthless, on one hand, Ruthless made a great comeback. They were 1-0 down on, they had a match deficit, and they made that comeback. They won the following two games, and they won the best of three. And then on the other hand, Euphoria, everyone knows Team Elevate. Not many people know Euphoria, or at least less people know Euphoria. So for them to win against Elevate 2-0, that was definitely a huge upset. Nobody really expected that. So I think it's going to be a very close game today, as said before. As we can see, this is basically it starts with the round of 16. Yesterday we covered the semifinals, Tuho versus Ruthless and Elevate versus Euphoria, and then today it's going to be the finals, the main tournament 1 finals, and then after the next 1 month forward is going to be main tournament finals 2. And after that, based on whichever team has the most points, will be the huge big finals for the huge prize pool. That's if someone's wondering, just kind of the details of the tournament.
Yeah, and these teams have worked their way again through all of the trials and tribulations to get here, and as backing through, if by seeing these brackets, for everybody who's just tuning in. So Rain and Elevate, our top 2 contenders from last season, our first place and second place teams have already been knocked out of this qualifier. Whether that be, a bad day or something wasn't working too well, but it definitely stands a test that these teams have already been knocked out. Tuho being able to knock out Rain, but then Ruthless turning around and beating Tuho really shows volumes of their skill and abilities, not only for Tuho, but unfortunately being knocked out, but there's still their skill and Ruthless being able to beat them. And then Euphoria, our seemingly unknown team, the new, being able to beat Elevate. And so this matchup is going to be nothing short but of really ridiculous gameplay that we're going to see here. But the good news is we have a little bit of a sneak peek for everybody. We have been able to sit down and get an interview with a member of Ruthless. And so we're going to go ahead and switch on over to that so you guys can get a little bit of insight on how they operate and how they do things.
We're here with the interviews. My name is Artem Pirje, and we're going to be interviewing one player from Ruthless Gaming. Atik, hello, dude. What's up?
Hello, what's up?
Let's just start with the first question. We have 4 questions for you, so let's just get through them. How much did you guys actually practice for the circuit?
Actually, I joined back Ruthless a month ago, and we have been practicing since the day I joined. Everyone puts a lot of effort to get better as a team and also as a player. We had lots of problems at the beginning, but we played daily scrims and tried new strats and tried to make our communication better, and here we are. As you can see, something finally happening.
Yeah, it really looks like you guys are growing a lot. And how do you guys actually succeed to comeback against 2-0? Because the first match was very difficult, but the second 2 matches were quite a little more flawless, would I say.
Yeah.
How did you guys perform so well?
To be honest, we would have won the first map as well. But on CT side, so one of our players had to leave voice chat due to his internet connection. And then lots of misunderstanding occurred in the team. And we lost a few rounds, then lost the match. But we didn't give up, motivated each other, and noticed that we had to take it more serious. Then we started to play as a real team and managed to come back and beat our opponents.
Wow, okay, that's great. It's very hard to come back from something like that, especially when you're not mentally ready for it. But it's definitely great to see that you guys have the capability of coming back from that, even though it didn't really end up that great for you guys on the first match. But how are you guys expecting to play in the finals? Because it looks like Euphoria beat Elevate on this one. You're going to be playing against Euphoria for that first place. How do you think that will go?
I don't know yet, but we will just take a breath to get away from the stress of Tuho and focus on today. We don't have much time to practice as a team, so everyone in the team is going to practice on his own. We got a good opponent against us, and it's not going to be that easy, but I'm sure about that we will manage to beat them and get the first place. And I would like to wish Euphoria best luck, and let's play a good match.
That's very nice of you. Anything you guys would like to tell the viewers, of course, or actually you, not you guys, you would like to
Yeah.
tell the viewers that are supporting you right now?
Yeah, I want to say that I saw lots of supportive messages in the live stream for us, and I want to thank everyone for their supports. We will keep our doing best and won't let our community down. And also, as you know, we came here by beating S2 Gaming and Tuho. I want to say good job to them as they did a great job as well. And I wish them best luck in the other tournaments and also keep staying home.
All right, dude. Great message, and let's just get back to you guys.
And welcome back, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that interview. You know, it's always great to get some insight in these teams because we can talk about who's going to win all day, but you know, maybe the team will let you know a bit better. You can make your decisions better that way. But I actually wanted to congratulate Euphoria on being very mature and, you know, just professional, and also wishing luck to the other team because, you know, Critical Ops maybe a few years ago there were some problems with the community, but I think it's only going up. And yeah, it's great that that Ruthless did that. And furthermore, you know, we're still waiting for the stream. The knife round is gonna come in soon, but I just wanted to, you know, add a little bit more information about the teams. Like for Team Ruthless, you know, they gave this kind of a fun fact that their team is very close together and they're kind of making fun, you know, having fun. It's not like someone doesn't get the kill and then he gets yelled at or something. So it's definitely great to see that kind of a chemistry and maturity coming from that team. And yeah, hopefully that helps them to win. And also, if you didn't know, like Kippy is a content creator. He has a you know, he has a YouTube channel. So if you want to watch some pro content, you can check out these pro players' YouTube channels as well. Many of these pro players have YouTube channels, and you know, if you want to improve, not only watch these streams, but go more, you know, go further, explore the Critical Ops community. And yeah, what's your thoughts on the interview?
So with Ruthless and them, not one again, I have to congratulate them again, just like you did, with the professionalism. You know, they wish each other players the good luck and being able to not in this tournament but all tournaments. You know, it's being able to understand and, you know, accept that if you don't win, then they were able to be outplayed. You know, a lot of the times there can be toxicity in other games, communities, and things like that. And you know, it is nice to see that, you know, even when it comes down to the wire and all of the things that are at play and the prizes that that are up for grabs, the professionalism and that you can still be friends at the end of the day is perfect. But something else to note is even with, you know, yesterday's game, you know, they talked about that they had one of their teammates had connection issues after the first game and they had to leave voice chat, and so that did hinder them with their bit of their communication. But even with that, they were still able to pull ahead and able to bring the victory with one player down on the communications. And so being able to do that is phenomenal. That even without the communications, you were able to still be able to pull ahead and bring the win without one of your players in voice chat.
Yeah, definitely. You know, these things happen, you know, when you're playing on the highest level. It's like something bad happens and you can't fix it immediately, so it kind of hinders your performance. And, you know, it just happens. For example, for these tournaments, maybe for those of you who didn't know, you know, Critical Ops wants to make sure that this tournament is as legitimate and as real as it is, you know. So they make sure to, you know, for the players to kind of show that they don't have any malicious software installed or something like that. And they have to do a recording for that. So sometimes the recording crashes, sometimes something else is not right, you know, and that, you know, that's not the best thing to happen. But I think it just proves that these teams are such good players. They can push through the struggles and still make it to the finals.
Absolutely, because, you know, because communication is absolutely key, especially at this level, and with them being able to prevail with one player down in communication, still being able to work together and know each other's play styles enough to know, in knowing your role, being able to, you know, stay back and defend, or you're the one who rushes forward, or whatever your position may be, to know that you can still do it and still perform is fantastic. And, you know, Ruthless, we thank you for taking the time and doing an interview with us, but we are about to get into the fun. It looks like the players are ready to go. We're going to be going into a knife round, and we're going to find out what placement these teams will be getting based on that knife round.
Yeah, so just again repeating myself, this was said on streams yesterday as well, but we want to educate kind of the newer community in the critical ops scene as well. So the reason why you do knife rounds is to decide who's going to pick the starting side. So it's coalition and the breach and critical ops. So whoever wins the knife round gets to say, let's say I want to take breach, and then the other team has to, just take the remaining side. So it's always great to see these rounds. Just check out maybe the players' knives, them flexing with their nice critical ops skins. And yeah, Legacy. We saw this map twice yesterday, so third time today. Maybe some people will get bored that it's repeating, but I think this is a great opportunity to learn and to kind of watch all of the games and see what each team did differently, and what effect that had on the game. So I think it's actually great for people who want to analyze the games and get better. But look at this. Who do you think will win in the knife round?
I don't know. They've got a lot of crab action. Oh, one was left. Kip was taken out, and being the first one, and they're on the run. They're trying to chase him down. I don't know what he can do, but he's gonna give it a shot to fly around. He was able to pick two. Baines is still able to come in to get two players, which ridiculous that he was able to do that anyways. But the fact. He was able to run and make it out, but that is going to be the deciding factor. The teams will be choosing whichever side that they would be preferred to have, and they're going to go ahead and get the reset on the board, and then we're going to be starting off with a pistols round, just like we normally would, so we can reset the economy and get everybody ready to go at the beginning.
Yeah, so it's going to be Euphoria starting on the Coalition side and Ruthless starting on the Breach side. Coalition being the stronger side on this map, even though we saw kind of great upsets yesterday. So maybe I'll get proven wrong once again and finally change my kind of the opinion on this map, because I've always thought, and from my experience, it's always been a very Coalition-sided map. But what we saw yesterday destroyed whatever I just said. So hopefully we see that again, because I love seeing some things that don't maybe happen every time. But we're live. It's the pistol round. We see two GSRs on the Ruthless side and one MR96 on Euphoria side.
Yeah, they're going to be trying to move around in position. This is all these pistol rounds. You're going to be seeing lots of clusters, rooms, Genesis and Adam starting off, and the Genesis getting 3 headshots consecutively to take the first round. Genesis really showing up today at the beginning. Oh my goodness, triple kill on the first round. So that's going to really help out the economy side. They've now taken the lead, and so they're going to be able to get a little bit more cash and flow. And so more than likely they'll take here on the second round because they do have the better weapons. But let's not take Ruthless out already, because they do have their revolvers in hand, and if you get the well-placed headshot, you could still make that work.
Yeah, they're just playing it slowly. It's an eco round. Sometimes on eco rounds you can rush in, but this time they just want to play it slowly, maybe try to get a pick, and afterwards it's a 4v5 situation. It's way easier to maybe cause that tilt and win that eco round that usually doesn't happen. But yeah, it's great that Euphoria got this first run down, because we saw yesterday what happened on Legacy, because in both matchups, terrorists took the breach side took the pistol round, and afterwards they were able to kind of capitalize on those rounds and get another one. So it's great that Euphoria got the first one, and I think it will be way harder for Ruthless now to kind of stack up on these rounds.
And look at that, Genesis making sure that there's distance between them, using that equipment, using the grenades to push them back to get the distance and able to use the weapons like they need to. And then Adam and Fierce coming in to finish off the last two to take that second round for Euphoria.
Yeah, pretty much standard stuff. They won the eco round. It's very hard to win the kind of cause the upset and win when you're eco, especially on the breach side. So yeah, that was pretty much what you would expect to see. But look at that, Volgrand has a sniper. Sniper, as we said yesterday, is very good on Legacy. It's full of long range gunfights. So it's going to be interesting to see what Volgrand can do with that ratio. Right now, it's the only sniper rifle in game, so I think Ruthless might have that advantage in this round, just because of how OP that sniper is on this map if you use it correctly.
Yeah, and he definitely can. We saw him yesterday using that a couple of times and able to really make good use of it. But again, it's a little bit more, even now. We do see a couple AUGs and M4s out right now, and so they have to get into the bomb sites, and that's definitely going to be a little difficult. But his Volgrant's accuracy is ridiculous with that U ratio, so I've got good faith with it in his hands.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that today it's a way slower game by Ruthless and Euphoria, because both these teams, as mentioned before, played this map yesterday. I feel like they both took kind of a more aggressive approach yesterday, but today, look at this, there's only like 30 seconds left and it's a 4v5. Now they're pushing finally, but I think it's going to be a slower game today.
Genesis grenade number 1 on the map. I thought there would be a few of those. Of course, the Fierce Take getting us the first kill of the match, of course, and bringing in for the second. Volgrant and Atik picking themselves up a kill. And Genesis is picking off that last headshot to leave Volgrant by himself. And I think Volgrant's definitely gonna hold and not try to push any forward, because that U ratio is expensive. So he's gonna definitely try and keep that in his back pocket.
Yeah, he's just gonna save it. He doesn't want to lose it. As I said, it was the only U ratio on both teams in that round, so keeping it is definitely a key factor in at least coming out of that round better, even if you didn't win. So yeah, it looks like on the side of Ruthless, they're already 3 rounds down, but now they have to kind of leave that U ratio on Volgrant. He's kind of going to be the anchor player in this round, maybe. If they do cause an upset in an eco round, I think it will have to do something with Volgrant. And yeah, Genesis with that U ratio on the other side, now it's going to be probably a 1v1 U ratio battle on the top, that's where it usually happens, but they're actually pushing Museum now. They're all eco, so it's interesting to see if Rooms is able to shut them down with the SOG, or will they just rotate back and try to find other possibilities how to enter the site.
Absolutely, and we now have a second U ratio from Genesis, which he's one of the really long time standing players here in Critical Ops. He's been around for quite a while. If you guys don't know him, he's been all the way around since LAN events, physical standing events, and he's been around the block a couple of times. And so with that U ratio in hand, that's going to be really deadly for the side of Euphoria. Although Volgrant was able to get the first kill of the match, so that does put a little bit in favor of Ruthless. But we only have 40 seconds left to go, and Adam's going to go ahead and pick off 1 headshot, 1 body shot. It's going to be 2. Volgrant able to take Genesis. So it looks like Volgrant was able to use it just slightly faster. Adam really trying to hold down, and he's only got 16 health left. He's able to at least keep it down just as long enough as he thinks he can. North pushing up to the main stairs with his deagle in hand. Fierce able to take out Kip. And Adam for the double kill for North and Volgrant, and able to take that 4th round for Euphoria.
Yeah, so in the U-ratio duel between Volgrant and Genesis there, it's 1-0 for Volgrant. But I think we're going to see that a lot, like on Legacy, on the Coalition side normally. The U-ratio player plays on top because it's great for holding those long-range angles. Holding double doors is very long range, and then if you're playing top, you can also hold Museum, which is also long range. So yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of those kind of sniper 1v1, hard scope 1v1s on the middle area and the double doors area, just because both of them try to challenge. Because if you take down the top player, it's very good, and just helps you open up the map and take back control way easier.
Look, Adam really starting us off with that headshot, and Fierce right behind him. Volgrant coming through to take out Fierce. Adam coming again for a double kill. And Atik was able to take out Mix, but that's not good enough for them because Euphoria was able to clean slate it again. Going for round 5. And it's still 0 for Ruthless. Adam holding MVP just ahead of Genesis, 9 and 8. And Volgrant and Atik holding the top tier for Ruthless right now at about half the score of Euphoria.
Yeah, Euphoria is kind of playing very well right now, but Ruthless also isn't showing like revolutionary strats or something that you have never seen before. Because they're kind of just taking the standard approach. Kind of each player tries to take a different map control, in different spots, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I feel like since they're down 5 rounds now, and they haven't even gotten 1 round down on the board, they might have to try to switch it up soon. Try some rushes, try some rush splits. Maybe 2 guys go mid, 3 guys go glass. Mid smokes off the left side and then goes to B. So it's interesting. It's just it's not a very advanced strat, but still they're not rushing. So I think once we start seeing more pushes and more aggressive gameplay from the side of Ruthless, they might start putting those rounds up on the board.
Sure hope so, because as right now they at least need to get a few on the board before we go into the rotation and sides get swapped, because that definitely at least helped them out. Adam still continuing to show out. 2 kills already, and Kip, Baines, and Atig taken out. North able to get rooms off the board, but Genesis waiting just around the corner to take out with headshots both on North and Vulgarant. Oh, doing a great job with that U ratio.
Yeah, as I said, that U ratio spot on top is just so overpowered, and Genesis is such a great player. He knows how to control that spot. He knows how to take the peaks, and he knows how to take them out. 2 headshots in a row, that's not something you would usually see, but that just proves at what level these guys are playing, where they're able to get 2 headshots in a row with the sniper, and at the highest competitive level. But I think the score isn't that bad, it's 0-6, but as I said, in my opinion, this is a very collision-sided map, so I still think Ruthless has a good chance to come back and maybe take the map. And they're going B now, and it looks like they're just getting shut down. Although they did take a refrag, so now I think they might just, go back, maybe try to get a pick. Because North is low, Kippy is damaged lit a little bit, but all of the collision side has already rotated, so it's very hard to push now when you're low, and it's basically a 2v4 situation.
Mick's able to get a couple shots on the corner of the glass. Kip not looking too good. Really low health, just a little bit more than North. Well, I guess a lot more than North, but Mick's able to take both of them out in a matter of seconds and able to take that 7th round for Euphoria.
Yeah, well now there might be a little bit of a problem, just a little bit. They can still lose 1 or 2 rounds, but if it's 0-12, you'll most likely lose, even though it's very collision-sided. If they get maybe 2 or even 3 rounds down on the board, I think it's very possible for them to come back. Because this map is kind of one-sided. I would say that the scoreline of 3-9 is actually the same as 6-6 on some other maps, maybe.
Yep, and making that 2 for those grenade kills as of now. Go. And North able to pick off a 1-tap with the Deagle in hand. Definitely something interesting is Baines and Kip, we have 0 kills at this point. Baines yesterday was just ripping people apart, and today not so much on this first set of games. But that's still all right. Adam coming in clutch continuously, taking out Atig, Rooms taking out Vulgarant. North continuing to use a Deagle, 1-2, and Mix comes in for the stab. But still, we can't take away fully from that Deagle action he was able to provide for us with 2 kills right back to back. But Mix coming in with that beautiful knife in hand to show us how to use it properly and safely.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, as I said, Mixage, he's the top fragger on this team throughout the whole tournament, so he's definitely the flashier player to look out for. And, sometimes he doesn't even need the rifle. He just takes the knife, slices them up. It's easy peasy for him. But yeah, I think Ruthless, maybe they're struggling a bit because of Baines and Kippy. As you said, they haven't had the best performance yet. It might just be some connection issues or some other problems, because the very interesting fact, Baines and Kippy, if they didn't lie to me, but I'm pretty sure this is correct, this is confirmed, they're brothers. So maybe they just have some connection issues in their house or something like that. But it could also be due to them being kind of the entry fraggers in this game. Maybe they take the aggressive peaks first, so they take the peak, go down, but it makes their team to get the refrag. So even though they don't have kills, I think they still have some kind of impact in this game. Just hopefully they appear on the scoreboard soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, connections, in the world of the internet and these tournaments. Yeah, Kippy on the radar. Here we go. 1 for Kippy. He's finally out. There may be two. He's currently got his eyes set for someone up at the top. Adam taking out Atik Genesis for Baines. And Mix for Kippy. Able to take out that 9th round onto the scoreboard. Again, not looking too good for him, with currently 9 for Euphoria and 0 for Ruthless going into round 10. You know, if there's a connection issue, I think definitely between, if this round in this game doesn't go too well for him, I think full internet restart may be in order.
Yeah, Legacy also is like one of those maps where if you just have, you know, if your game starts badly, you're just gonna play bad for the whole game, you know.
Yeah,
but
and
it looks like maybe
Mix isn't. Mix is able to pick off 2 right off the bat, and Kip North and Vulgrant is able to be taken out, along with Atik, leaving Baines by himself. That leaves him up against Genesis, Rooms, and Adam. Not looking too good. He's got 72 health. He's already taken damage to his Kevlar. It's not looking too good for him.
Yeah, he's just gonna try to save it. He might go for some of that team damage, but I'm not. No, actually, I think it would be the best for him to push because, you know, they're 0-9 down. They pretty much don't have anything to lose at this point. So, yeah, it does look like he figured it out too. You know, I didn't think about the fact that the score is 0-9, but yeah, they did take him down. Normally, you wouldn't go for like a 1v3 clutch just because it's hard to clear those angles, you know. But Ruthless right now, yeah, on this map they kinda don't have anything to lose no more, you know. So I think I don't know. I'm not quite sure like why we haven't seen like a switch of pace from Ruthless, because from what I've seen so far, they kind of, you know, they kind of lack on the strats maybe a little bit. They have good strats, but they're just not working. So I definitely think they should try to switch it up. They're kind of just every round they're kind of just doing the same things and dying over and over again. So yeah, maybe just not the best performance, but it does look like Kippy is doing that aggressive entry frag again, and he fails to take down Mixage, but his team is going to try to refrag him back.
Yeah, Bane's able to take out Adam. Rooms for North. Vulgrant takes out Mix for the trade to get that revenge. Bane's extremely low, but he is still able to get the headshot on Rooms. That's only leaving Genesis and Fierce. And looks like Bane's is going to be taken out, leaving just 2 players left of Atik and Vulgrant against Genesis. And Vulgrant quickly comes around the corner for the headshot and takes him out.
Well, that's the first round on board for Ruthless, and that's something. As I said, 3-9 on this map might be the same as 6-6 on a balanced map. So if they do get this final round, I think there still is quite a lot of room for them to actually take this map and cause the upset. Yes, they will have to play very well on the Coalition side, but you know, Ruthless, they'll have to prove themselves on the Breach side as well. If they play the same way, if Euphoria plays the same way as Ruthless does on the Breach side, they might actually lose it.
Absolutely, yeah. Through my time of with these tournaments, I've seen only one do that. A team that was able to make it in to the qualifier, Military Gaming. I have seen them go from 11-1 and win 13-11. I've only seen it once, but they were able to do it. It was a phenomenal event to watch, and it was on this map itself on Legacy. So it is possible. So they are not out of it just yet. They do have a possibility because it can be done.
Look at the way Ruthless is playing. They're kind of just stacking the same thing and trying to push, all of them try to push, you know, the same thing at the same time. They're not doing splits. They're not doing, you know, that many creative things where someone lurks. And I think that could be one of the reasons why they're getting shut down like this. But Kippy now getting another nade and a
headshot. So Kippy getting a double and again adding to the score. Grenades that are in this matchup. So far, that's the 3rd kill confirmed with it. You know, of course, we're probably going to see many more of that. Adam taking out North. Adam with actually double kill headshot on Kippy. Make that triple on Atik. And now the bomb is being officially defused, and that round is going to go to Euphoria, 11-1.
Yeah, so this is I think the start of the end for Euphoria. If they do get sorry for Ruthless, if they do get this pistol round, they still might have a chance. But I would say it's very little even as of now. Even if they do get the pistol round, you know, as you said, you've only seen it once. Legacy is known for being kind of the comeback map of critical ops. You know, I've personally probably had the most comebacks happen on Legacy. You know, both on my side and the opponent's side. Just Legacy is that map where you can really cause that upset, but. Yeah, right now, not looking too bright. And hopefully, Ruthless is actually able to secure this pistol round. Looks like Euphoria is just gonna full push it. And they peek, and Genesis takes down North. And yeah, looks like they're actually shut
Ooh.
down from Golden. That was a nice shot.
Nice one tap. Able to put him down. Going for the quick shots, but Fierce able to take out Fulgurant. Gonna go ahead and peek, makes a connection at least, and is able to take Mix down to half health.
Yeah, it's interesting to see what they can do with these revolvers. You know, Kippy's on revolver. It's always great to see some one taps. But one of Adam Q is actually kind of peeking bottom. He kind of has that bottom, you know, top control, but he doesn't yet. I think he's just gonna. He might just wait there, kind of bait. But look at that. They're going back B. They did a double fake. They went B, went back to A, and now they're going B again. Might actually work, and they're going back again. Look how many fakes they're doing. That's the fourth fake or third fake.
Yeah, and they're still moving around, keeping attention. Mix holding the mid, but Kip able to get the one tap with that on Mix, able to bring it down to a 3v3. Adam sitting at just above half health, and same for Baines. Able to make contact, but Room's able to finish off Kip Fierce for A-Tick. Baines, last man alive. Currently in the midst of a fight, but the bomb is down. But they are going to come for him directly, and Fierce able to get the headshot on Baines. And that's going to be another point on the side of Euphoria.
Yeah, you know, this is definitely not the score that I expected before this game. Everything was telling us it's going to be a very close matchup. Maybe just Ruthless not doing their best on the first game, and they'll get warmed up and make a comeback on the second one. And that's exactly what they have to do. If they don't make a comeback in the next game, Euphoria takes it all. They take the finals of the main tournament #1. So yeah, I think Ruthless, they don't have anything to lose at this point, you know. So I think that they'll really try on second map, or get 12 rounds in a row now and just win 13-12, which I don't really think that's too much of a possibility, you know. Genesis has that TRG, not a sniper rifle used a lot in competitive gameplay, but actually, personally, I quite enjoy it a lot, and I've started to buy it more in ranked games. So test it out, guys. If you want to test out the TRG, definitely do it because it's good. I like it. I thought it was bad. I started using it. It's actually good. I hope Genesis gets some headshots with it, maybe. But maybe not.
It looks like
they're going to do. And Genesis is on.
They're really giving it a shot. They really push forward. Fulgurant going for the headshot on Mix to start it. That's giving Ruthless at least a 1 kill advantage. Although it's interesting. I figured that I would see a bit more aggression on the last possible round for him. Although they are going to go and really kind of, it looks like they're really squeezing in. I think they've really kind of got him down. Adam is going to take down A-Tick, but Baines is going to trade out for Fence. Baines actually for 3, Genesis and Rooms as well. Baines does go down to Adam, but Fulgurant comes from behind and takes him out, getting the second point on the board for Ruthless.
Well done by them. You know, it's something. It's the start. You don't win you don't make a huge comeback in just by winning 1 round, but it's something. They've started to, you know, they've basically doubled their score in this matchup in 1 round. So, you know, it's something. Fulgurant definitely here being the leader of the team, kind of carrying them out. But you know, kills again, they don't show everything, so I think we'll get some more insight once we see the adjusted ratings. But yeah, you know, Ruthless putting down on board, and maybe hopefully we see the 3rd one, the 4th one, and eventually a 12-12.
Absolutely, but I think it's amazing. Adam sitting at 23 kills right now, really holding the MVP for Euphoria right now in this 12-2. They are rocking it out, but Adam holding that top is being ridiculous. A-Tick and Baines getting Fierce and Rooms taken out, and so that is now 2 down for Euphoria. I think definitely they're doing Ruthless is doing a lot better on defense. Atik trying to scoot forward just a little bit. He's trying to make contact with Genesis. Not sure if he's going to make this happen. He does not, but the good news is he didn't take very much damage at all. And Mix, able to make the flick. Mix gets the headshot on Kippy. North taking out Mix. Woo! Didn't see that coming with that revolver.
That was a very spicy one tap. Right now, Euphoria are in veto round, so Ruthless will take another one, and they're starting to stack it up. 2 rounds in a row now. Attic just closes the round, and is the third one for Ruthless. And yeah, I actually want to congratulate Adam Q on his great performance today. As you said, he's been doing very well, and we saw many double kills coming in from him. Doing doubles, doing triples, getting the important frags that kind of switched around, that tilted around to your team's direction. So yeah, he's definitely doing the heavy lifting today. We saw Fierce doing a very great job yesterday, but it seems like there's a new contender for the top fragger position, haven't you?
Absolutely. And of course, Atik's definitely trying to bring the show like he did yesterday. And looks like we got the shenanigans starting out quickly. Everybody said Vulgrin getting a triple and Bane's getting a double, which, by the way, 2 headshots in a row between the two of them to quickly end that match for round 16 and adding that another point for Ruthless, they're up at 4 now. Now, of course, they cannot let Euphoria get any more rounds, which they are really locking this down against them. They're doing a great job at it. Finally, I think they got a little bit of that mojo coming back on being able to hold them down.
Yeah, we can see Genesis on that sniper now again. I think this round is going to be way slower than the previous ones. They had the ratio. If they push and go down, he's left alone. So I think they're just going to play in a way that Genesis can maybe get the entry frag, get the opening, snipe down the guy top, or the one that's peeking bottom, if he does. And then after that, again, it's 4v5, and it's easier for them to kind of push in. Looks like some of them are lurking B, though. They might not commit to it, but just kind of play for info, take map control, maybe try to get a lucky dink. And yeah, it's probably going to be fake. I'm not too confident they're just going to push B just like that. I think they're trying to fake it out, trying to fool Ruthless. But Ruthless is doing a great job. If you look at the minimap, they haven't really rotated. This fake hasn't really done much in the way they position. So yeah, Ruthless is doing a great job. He's playing it slowly. They know how much, basically every round is the last round for them. So it's very tense for them. They play like every round is the final round. So it's definitely great to see that from them. It's finally starting to make the comeback. As I said, Legacy is known as the comeback map. So, everything's possible. You said you only saw one comeback on Legacy, which was like from 1-11 to 13 to 11. So maybe today's day for another one.
Absolutely. And, it looks like Bane's trying to get around to the side to really hold them down. It's not looking too good. They've already lost 3 players for Ruthless. They definitely might need to be a little bit more ruthless to them. North being last alive, Kippy being taken out. Genesis, Mix, and Fierce are still alive. All good contenders for the side of Euphoria, and none of them you want to really be going up against. Mix is coming up top to say hello, and he makes contact on North, solidifying that 13th round. And so that is the first one is going to go to Euphoria, and Adam up at the top with 23, Genesis a little bit behind with 15, and Mix with 14. And then Vulgrant really pulling ahead, able to have 14 kills, and there's 9, 8, 5, and 5 for the side of Ruthless. Great job for everybody in this matchup. They did a great job on both sides. I definitely think out of this next round coming up, Ruthless definitely needs to use their namesake a little bit stronger and be a little bit more ruthless to Euphoria, because that's what they're going to have to do, because Euphoria has a really strong presence and a lot of aggression built up, and they are going to have to really kind of hold them back, and I think a little bit aggression between them is going to happen.
Yeah, this was, I think, just Euphoria. Just, it was a great show of how really good they are, and they're looking very, very just perfect right now. They don't have many mistakes. They don't make as many mistakes as Ruthless, and I feel like next game might be the last. But also, Ruthless, they're kind of tilted. They might want to come back. They basically have nothing to lose. They're like, oh, we lost the first one. It's probably already over. So that might actually make them rage and make them angry and, make them finally come back. But yeah, first game didn't go as planned. Maybe didn't more people expected it to be kind of more closely tied, but I think the second game is still going to be great, and hopefully this time it's more close, and we're able to get to that third map, which is going to be Soar. For those who are just tuning in, Soar is going to be the third map of the day. So if you're interested to see that new map being played in competitive, definitely tune into the stream. Keep watching, and hopefully we'll see the third map today. But right now we'll go to another interview, and after that there will be a small break, and we'll be back with the second game.
We're here with the interviews again. My name is Artepirja, and we'll be interviewing one of the players from Euphoria. Six, how are you doing, man?
Hello, I'm fine. What about you?
I'm doing great as well. Let's just start with the first 4 questions. I mean, the only 4 questions we have. How much did you guys actually practice for this circuit?
All right, so we started around a week ago, or less than a week, and yeah, especially we practiced for teams like Elevate, which was one of the dangerous one. We really wanted to win against them, especially. And yeah, we didn't really practice much. We actually take it as a scrim almost. So our goal was beating Elevate, and yeah, that's it.
All right, so if you were to compare the amount of training you had in this circuit and compare that to last season was a lot more.
Yeah, last season I was in Team Elevate, and actually we started practicing way earlier, and also because we had different opponents. We had the dominant RGN back then, so we had to really put so much effort in practice. But this time I think it's gonna be easier for us.
All right, great. But how do you guys actually succeed to comeback against Elevate? Because the semifinals, you guys had a rough start, but after that, you guys made a great comeback. You put that down. How did that work?
All right, everything didn't go like we expected. We had our game plan, but at some point we started choking, so we had to change things and actually do the best of our best to actually do the comeback possible, and that's what we did. Sometimes we had some problems in both of maps, but somehow we did the best, and it came out good.
All right, great story. And how are you guys actually expecting to play in the finals against, of course, one of your major opponents, Ruthless Gaming?
As I said, probably the most difficult game will be Elevate, so against Ruthless, I guess it's gonna be easier. I'm not really worried about that.
All right. Anything you guys would like to tell the viewers that are supporting you right now?
Yeah, I want to thank all of our fans, and especially our haters, because they motivate us to play better every time.
Well said, Six. Well said. Anyways, thanks for having you here, and we'll go back to you guys.
All right, guys, welcome back. And thank you again to Euphoria for taking the time and giving us that beautiful interview. I think it still stands the test. Same with Ruthless, where they had some issues and were able to prevail. Euphoria saying that they had some issues, or at least they thought they had some issues through their match with Elevate. But even though you may have some issues, you can still prevail. They somehow managed to do it, even though they still had issues among themselves. It wasn't enough to really disrupt them as much, and they were still able to prevail. So that's an amazing thing to hear, that even with issues, they were still able to win and bring it forward. So they did a great job with it. And again, all the prevailing and being able to, the love that you guys show them is amazing. These players are from different teams, so if you know the names, this is definitely a name you will know and continue to know as long as they continue to move forward with it. So, Euphoria, we're excited to see what they bring for this next round.
Yeah, it was a great interview. I really like these interviews. But right now we're gonna go on a quick break. But join us afterwards. We're gonna we're gonna spectate and see the second map, which is gonna be Bureau Ruthless versus Euphoria. Right now, Euphoria, we saw the great performance on Legacy. They're 1-0 up. So second map, Bureau, map that we haven't seen in this tournament yet. Wasn't played yesterday, so I think it's gonna be very interesting. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it too. And join us back after the quick break.
with that sniper rifle, with that U ratio. 6 getting a headshot on Grant, but Baines coming in for the triple quad and able to completely clean all but one. That is leaving Genesis by himself. Baines, 6 health. He's done all the work. Rain setting up that beautiful defense we've seen, and they are circling around. Gesh going for the quad kill.
Wow.
And just obliterating his team. Virtually useless. So he's just going to take it and run. So just gonna making their way around. Bolivia has the guns to help them out. Noxie going for the quad kill. Caught. Vercrox, Cold, and Vinley all gone. And then Faultless as well being taken out. Bomb is going down. And looks like it was planted just in time. Geshe getting double kill. Envy and Unluck. One more left. Genesis able to be taken out with a pistol. 8 health left. Looks like Faultless and Strong about the same health right now. It's anybody's game. Who can shoot who first? Faultless looking at the top. Strong coming from the side for the headshot. Not looking the right direction. Oh, but he is able to pick up the second kill. Melody just taking out Oscar Strong. Envy, Genesis, and Gesha picking up kills themselves. Unluck getting on the scoreboard. Headshot. Fallen Eye is the only one left. Oh, but it's a headshot on Envy. The only one who had the potential to maybe take him out based on the health advantage. Unluck. Does he have the luck? Barely saved himself from that corner. Using those ears to his advantage. Gotta go for the defuse. Is he gonna be able to get it? And yes, he is able to fake him out just long enough and to take out Unluck to get the first round on the board for Rain.
side. He's going to get naded down there. A little bit of damage on him, but Mickey is fast on the flank. And Sai gets 2 massive frags there. Allows for his team to come in. Now Sai's going to be able to get the 4K.
All right, guys, welcome back again to the EU tournament number 1. This will be the finals for Critical Ops Circuit Season 2 here in the first qualifier. Again, I'd like to give a shout out and thank you to Critical Force, of course, for making such a beautifully awesome game, and Compact Esports for helping us make this entire thing possible. I'm bringing this to you guys today, and of course the main and the big guy himself, Geyser.io, for helping sponsor this tournament. You guys should definitely on Twitter go check them out on @Geyser, and that'll be @critical_ops_league and cops_esports as well. Go ahead and go over to their corresponding social medias, hit them a follow, and so you guys can get all the most current up-to-date information and sign up on Geyser's website. That's where you can get involved with a lot of these tournaments and events that are happening. They always have stuff going on, so go ahead and go over there and check them out. And of course, lastly, we'd like to thank all of you, including the players and viewers, everybody as a culmination as a whole, for taking the time to hang out with us, and of course, spending the time to play in these tournaments. And as you guys watching from home, you know, we're always happy to have you not only viewing, but if we would love to have you in these tournaments. As I mentioned earlier, if you guys are just tuning in, you guys, we accept many different teams inside these tournaments, and we start out with 128 teams. That's a lot of people per team to be in this event, and we have spots for you. And so go ahead and if you don't have a team yet, start looking, or you can make your own with the friends that you have and give it a shot. We'd be happy to have you. But here we're going to be moving into our second match of the day. Here with Ruthless and Euphoria.
Yeah, so this is the second game. As we saw in the first one, Euphoria took it kind of confidently. They won on Legacy. But we do have to remember that Legacy was Euphoria's map pick. So Bureau, Ruthless's map pick, I think it's definitely a great chance for them to win this map and take us to the third map. And we'll see what happens there. But yeah, it looks like Euphoria just doing a classic execute, just pushing in, It's a very good pistol strat on Bureau to do. There's not much you can do as Coalition to stop that if you don't stack the A site. They already get the plan down without any engagement, but now it's down to the after plant, and this is where, it's been decided who wins the round.
Absolutely, and Adam, Rooms, Mix, and Genesis all picking up a kill, and Adam coming in for his second to take out A-Tick. And not only did they get the bomb plant, but they got the round itself too, so they're able to get that extra economy and that point for him to start us off for that first pistol round.
Yeah, again, pistol rounds are just so important because it decides basically the economy for the next few rounds. So if you take the pistol round, you can probably take the next one. As we can see, because Ruthless lost the pistols, now they just stay full eco. And Euphoria, they have some vectors, they have some MPXs. Let's see if those vectors can just shred these Ruthless players apart.
Absolutely, 2 MPXs running so far with Adam and Fierce. And again, after my own heart and love, 2 vectors on the field, my favorite weapon pretty much of all times. And that MPX, to see that happen, again, it's the first time we've kind of seen this. 2 vector kills in a row, Mix and Rooms taking out Vulgrant, A-Tick, and Mix again for Banes. Quickly picking up that second round. And now is when the action really begins. Now, Ruthless is going to get some pretty good buys, and we'll have to see if they can use that against those SMGs.
Yeah, it's quite hard to do anything when you have a P215. There's the breach player just running at you full speed, gunning with the vector, just going ratata. So yeah, it's pretty hard to do anything. But now, actually, pretty interesting. Euphoria, they didn't buy up. They want to save a bit of cash. They're fine with losing this round maybe, and might actually happen. Already 3 players down of them, and now it's left to a 2v3. They're trying to push up the B side, and Attic takes one down another, but Adam is refragging, and there you go, North finishes the round with a pretty nice wallbang. That was the first actual rifle round, and there you go, Ruthless finally putting down not finally, just, it's the third round. It's very, very good for them actually to win the third round. Because Euphoria won the pistol, it's very expected for them to win the following eco round, but you know, this one, first rifle round, Ruthless takes them down. But actually now Euphoria has bought up. As I said, they could have bought up last round, but they didn't. They opted for the option to keep their weapons and save up the cash a little bit. So it's gonna be interesting to see. And Kippy with that P90 with the meme gun. Let's see if he's able to get some double kills or spray downs with that P90. And Phoenix with a nade.
Yeah, here we go. First one of the match. I think that's the fourth one total between these two. But you know, to see the HK come back into the play last round, it wasn't for very long, but it was still able to be in the mix, and you know, it is nice to still see some of that diversity come about. Fierce getting the headshot on Banes, a tick for trade out for Mixage, and it's down to a 3v3 P90. Still in play. We still may be able to see that fun in action. North getting a headshot on Rooms from. So we're gonna see what they can pull off with this 2v3. Fierce and Adam, the top two contenders for Euphoria, still alive.
Yeah, if Fierce takes the skill, it's very possible, but Kippy is actually taking him down with the
There it
P90.
is. There's that P90.
Yeah, P90 is just such a meme gun. If someone kills you with a P90, you get instantly griefed. It's like worse than getting killed by a knife. It's like noob, use P90. It's that kind of mentality. So yeah, it's funny to see Kippy trying to getting some kills with and tilting some players in the meantime. But actually, Adam, this is a very doable clutch. He has the nade. If the nade connects Kippy, he's probably dead. It doesn't, but Kippy is still very low. So the best possible case for Ruthless to do here is try to take the retake together. But it looks like Adam is able to take down one, and now he's able to isolate the second gun duel. If he's able to do that, he'll take him down as well. So yeah, Kippy, very low HP. Timing is everything here. Again, in 1v1s, timing just means so much, you know? So we'll see. He switched from P90 to SG. Going for the fake. He kind of had an idea. Yeah.
Wrong direction at the wrong time.
Yeah.
But you almost had that, though.
He had kind of an idea like where the last player was, but just not enough health, not enough time, and maybe not enough luck, you know? But nice attempt by Kippy. And yeah, you pointed out that they're playing with the HK. That's actually something I've only seen so far in this tournament on the Ruthless side. I remember yesterday Kippy was playing for some brief rounds with the HK on port, and it looks like Addic actually used it this time on Viru. But yeah, it's out of the rotation as of now. It's kind of a half-buy for Ruthless, but let's see if they're able to actually stick it together and take it. Oh, that's a nice skill by Mixage.
Yeah, we got Fierce and Mix picking up a kill themselves. Bane's able to take out Fierce. Mix going down as well, or by Volgrant. And so we've now officially made it a 3v3. Atik trying to go for the quick push here. Able to switch out for that SG. He definitely decided he didn't want to have an SMG in his hand anymore. Adam able to perching up into position. The bomb is down. And so now they have to get into the bomb site. Not only kill everyone and get that bomb defuse. Ruthless has a good chance, but they've got to have pinpoint accuracy. Although Volgrant able to take out Adam. Rooms to swap for Volgrant, but Bane's able to finish the headshot on Rooms, leaving Bane's last alive. And unfortunately, Genesis is going to be able to take out Atik and Bane's. And
yeah,
that's going to be another point
good.
for Euphoria.
That was a very good play by Genesis. He clutched the 1v2. What do you have to do in the situations on your left up against multiple players, like 1v2s, 1v3s? You have to isolate the gun duels, you know? If all of the enemy team pushes you at the same time, you have to flick at 3 players at once. So if you want to win a clutch situation, what you have to do is like make it so you isolate the gun duels and it's basically a constant 1v1. Because in 1v1 it's like 50-50 who's going to win it. But if 3 players peek you at the same time, you're most likely dead, right? So in these 1vx clutch situations, you'll always see these players try to take the aggressive peek, try to isolate the gun duels, get the 1v1s so it's easier for them clutch. And that's exactly what Genesis did. He was a bit aggressive there. He knew that the opponents might have an idea where he is, so he took the aggressive play, he isolated the gun duels, and it worked out perfectly. Kippy, though, with that FP6 is just so deadly close range. Is he able to get another? No. That was a very nice positioning by Adam Q. And yeah, pretty even now, 3v3.
Yeah, Adam able to pick up 2 kills himself, but the fact that he was at least able to get 1 kill, it was still impressive nonetheless. You know, a lot of times shotguns don't really work out too well, and at least he was able to, you know, go out at least with 1. Rooms picking up a double kill. Here we go. Bane's Volgrant getting taken out. Atik last alive, so it's a 1v1, both around half health. Atik at 60, and Room's about 40. So it's anybody's game at this point. Bomb is in hand, so he is able to move around. It looks like he's gonna be circling around to B. Looks like A-Tick is kind of trying to stay mid of the map to try and whichever way he needs to go. And it looks like he might be circling more towards A. So this is going to be a great time for Rooms to be able to get this plant and get into position.
Bomb has been planted.
Yeah, I think just kind of picked a site. You know, he went to the A site. If Rooms would have come A, it would have been easier for him. He might have actually denied the plan, but now he's left in the 1v1 clutch. Not the hardest thing to do. You know, B site is definitely easier to retake on Bureau than A site is. So he has the favorable side for him to retake at least. But Room is playing it very nicely. He's gonna probably play it on sound. You know, once A-Tick starts to defuse or fake defuse it, he's gonna push out. He's gonna peek, and he's defusing again. He has a very nice nade. It does connect, and A-Tick takes him down. That was a very nice nade. It's quite unlucky that it didn't, you know, fully take him down. A-Tick left with a 12 HP, with a great clutch, with a great 1v1 defuse. So that's the second round on board for Ruthless, and they're slowly starting to, you know, rack up those coalition side rounds.
Yeah, unfortunately, Rooms ran out of ammo. You heard his weapon click right at the last second, and so unfortunately he made the engagement, but he was unable to have enough bullets in the chamber to be able to make all the connections he needed to. So just unfortunately they weren't able to do it. But Vulgarant getting a triple, 1 headshot, 2 bodies. Mick's able to get the quick 1-tap with the revolver. Kippy coming through with the U ratio on Rooms, trading for the 1-tap, but with a little bit more consistent weapon for 1-taps.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what Euphoria had in mind going eco in this round, because if you look at the money situation, it's very good. Like, Adam Q with 7k there, he could easily drop Genesis as well if he didn't buy the Kevlar and the SMG or the eco weapon. I think it was a Deagle. He could have easily been able to drop to all of his teammates. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure why Euphoria did that. You know, they did lose the round. Maybe they're just playing it very safely. We saw it before as well, that they kind of stick to the SMGs in the third round. They didn't instantly buy up. So Euphoria here playing very, very carefully with the money, making sure their economy is good, and just making sure that if, in case they lose 2 rounds, they can still buy in the third one. And yeah, basically that their economy is good. So it's interesting to see. Definitely not something you'd see a lot when they could buy up, but they don't do it. So yeah, we'll see if that's a good decision, because it's just strange. Yeah. Maybe, oh well, you know, I'm not the in-game leader, so I'll let him do his thing.
Well, they may be trying to save extra money just in case. You know, there's no telling what they're prepping for doomsday-wise of what they may think may be happening. Vulgarant not in a great spot, and gets taken up by Adam, gets flashed, and is unable to really see anything. But they're holding their... You got to give it to them. They're holding their position. They're holding their corners. Just like North here, just waiting, just holding that corner. They can continue to throw whatever they want, but they're just staying where they need to.
Yeah, but Euphoria coming into this game looking very dominant, same as last game. Ruthless playing a little bit better. You know, if you just look purely at the rounds, they were down a bit worse in the previous game, but in this one, it looks like it's still Euphoria's kind of taking the edge here. It's going to be a 2v3 pushing into that A site. We can see Baines and Attic. One of them is playing that lab. The other one is kind of watching the back. So Attic will have to do a number here. Spots 1 and damages him. Unfortunately, that's not enough. And Baines here, he might be able to do it. He's low, but Genesis is low as well. He's going to try to go for that lab backstab, which is a good thing to do, you know, if you're fast enough. I think Euphoria might actually be able to hear him by now, or have a kind of a sneaky suspicion that he's there. Looks like that's the case. Yeah, they're just waiting for him.
Yeah, they know exactly which direction he's coming from. Gonna go for the equipment, but Genesis able to make contact with the U ratio with, you know, his 20 HP that he had. Unfortunately, that's not enough to survive a hit, and that is gonna go to Euphoria. Currently, right now, we're sitting at Ruthless with 3 and Euphoria at 5. Definitely a lot better than last round. So they're definitely more in the running this time around here on Bureau.
Yeah, again, Bureau is one of those maps that is one of the more equally sided maps, you know, where a 6-to-6 flip scoreline is expected, but still, being on the breach side on Bureau is a little bit harder than being on the collision, so the fact that Euphoria has more rounds than Ruthless playing on the breach side, well, it's great for them, you know. If Ruthless is not able to pull it back in this half, or just make a great comeback, just some great plays, some great rounds on the after the flip. I don't think they'll be able to do it. Euphoria is really just looking great. Now Volgren though, the P250, winning the gunfight against a rifle, that's not easy to do. And yeah, Euphoria is just fully committing to that A side, triple pushing lab now. TP doing some damage, going down eventually, no. And now the A side is kind of opened up. They can still try to deny them from main, but the bomb plant might come through if Baines doesn't go for the aggressive 10 HP peak.
Absolutely, yeah. Baines coming in, yeah, getting a quick headshot on Adam, taking down Mr. MVP himself. Room's trying to hold that corner, and it does not look like the bomb is going to be able to be put down just yet. Genesis able to pick off a tick. Rooms getting a headshot on Volgren. Baines quickly going for a push, able to make connections with Rooms, and able to take him out. Genesis 27 health, the last one alive. North is able to come from the side and take him out to bring them up and squeeze that gap a little bit closer closed, being at 4 now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, very great round by Ruthless, especially because the round started as a 3v5, so the fact that they're able to secure it and lock it down is a really great performance by them. If we look at the scoreboard there, some players are doing a bit better than others, but overall I would say it's pretty equal, And looks like he's going for the B-long rush. There's one on left, but he's completely flashed. Mixage takes him down. Looks like it's a shutdown from Ruthless.
Volgren getting a double kill. A-Tick North getting themselves a kill each, and A-Tick to finish it off for Fears to quickly take that round out and tie it up 5-5. Yeah, they definitely went for a huge rush on B, and it worked out in Ruthless's favor for that.
Volgrant is just playing insane this game. Last round he got that P250 gunfight win in a 1v1 situation. He's able to take down Rifle with the P250, and the last round he actually got a call out as well. So that's not something you see a lot. Unfortunately, we don't see his perspective, but Volgrant is just on fire in this game, and he's definitely one of the main factors where Ruthless is slowly starting to make a comeback and making it actually now a tied game. So very close, much more closer game, much more intense game than the previous one.
Oh yeah, they're definitely keeping this a little bit closer. Again, that aggression was definitely there. A-Tick getting a shot in the back as they jump across. Baines getting the double kill headshot, and quickly bringing down the team down to 2 on Euphoria. North having him in his sights and knows that they are there, pushing into the A site. Able to make a little bit of contact. Genesis down past half on his health. Kip able to come around the corner and finish him off, leaving Mix by himself, last man alive. Kip is looking like he was going to go for the push, but North comes from behind and takes out Mix.
Yeah, Kippy had that info that, Genesis there's 2 players live on the opposite team, and one of them is Genesis, and he knew that they're basically coming A. He probably heard them. So it's a great decision by him to take that jumping peek. Normally when you peek a rifle, you don't jump. When you peek an SMG, when you peek a pistol, you don't jump. But since he knew that Genesis is, in that lab area and he's most likely hard scoping it, great play by him to jump, which is very hard for the sniper to hit when someone just jumps out, So good play for him. That's something you have to do if you know you're going to peek a sniper. Try jumping. It will be way harder for him to hit you.
Yeah, especially with the moves. Triple from Baines. A-Tick picking up Rooms, but Baines really coming in clutch, coming to the side, getting them in the action. He's going in for the stab, it may look like, but not. Mix is able to take out Volgrant. Kip able to at least clean up Mix for the last kill, but just before the flip, allowing Ruthless to take the lead. They are now 2 rounds ahead at 7, with Euphoria at 5.
Yeah, definitely a very solid performance by both teams here. We see Ruthless finally being fired up. It might be because of that kind of unexpected loss in the last game. So probably they're like, guys, we have to focus. They're probably more mentally in than the last game, and it really shows on the scoreboard. So it's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see if they're able to kind of keep it going and win this map and take us to the 3rd one. As we can see, Baines and Volgrant right now. Baines, he had a pretty bad performance last game. It definitely wasn't a star player like, but right now he's topping the charts. He's proving that even if you have one bad game, it doesn't mean that you're bad. It doesn't mean that something is off. It's just one bad game. It ends and you go into the next one with fresh mentality, and as you can see, just top the charts, just top frag, easy.
Yeah, and definitely holding around the same scoreboard as Adam, our Mr. MVP himself. from last game having 23 kills. So if they can hold around Adam's level of play, if there's 2 players for the side of Ruthless being able to do that, then they could easily take this ahead. Because, you know, with that type of skill and aggression is definitely something to need. They are going for the push. Vulgrant able to at least take out Adam. Mix, Banes, and Mix again for the headshot, giving himself a double to finish him off. North able to take out Genesis from a distance. Mix in a bit of a close quarter situation. Gets the assist, though. Fierce able to take out Atik. Bomb is down. 2 players left on each team. North a little bit below half on his health, and same for Mix. Fierce looking fairly decent, which he is able to use that to his advantage to get the headshot on North, and leaving Kip by himself with that revolver.
All he has to do here is play time. Just wait for the defuse sound. If someone peeks him, you know, both of the players are one shot. So I think this clutch is very, very doable. And he tries and he goes down. He's not able to connect the shot. Mixage there. And great stuff. Just overall, he's gotten three headshots in this round. Mixage putting up the numbers. You know, it's not easy to get all of your kills as headshots, especially on the pistol round. So great by him. Great shutdown. I definitely thought Kippy was actually in favor to win that, even though it was 1v2. All he had to do was camp and, you know, get the tabs, but unfortunately he wasn't able to. And now we see 6-7, Euphoria getting the pistol round, which most likely will subsequently mean that they will also get the 14th round of the game. But we'll see, you know. There's Deagles pretty much on the side of Ruthless. They do have some revolver as well. They're just gonna try to. It's basically one tap or die. You know, if you don't get the one tap, you're dead. But it's a Deagle and MR96 are both very, very high damage weapons. If you connect the shot, it's easy to cause an upset, you know?
Absolutely, yeah, because it's something you don't expect to happen. You know, it is possible, but yeah, it does take some very accurate shots here. Rooms getting at least 1 set of doubles, and then Fierce coming in for the 2nd set of doubles, able to take out the entire team. They're able to tie it up. We're now at 7-7. Euphoria, again, that aggression that they're a little bit known for, and so I think they're starting to bring that out, which is a little odd that they're bringing that aggression while defending the bomb.
Yeah, I think it definitely works out greatly from them. Generally, in this tournament, what we've seen is that when the coalition team is active, when they're taking the aggressive picks, they do seem to actually win the round. So the more aggressive you are, the more you win, it seems like. But now, they're just waiting. They're not even aggressive. They're just holding it down, and the round is over in like 10 seconds. Adam Q has been performing so great this whole tournament. He gets another 2-piece. And now it's starting to look a little bit dire for the Ruthless side, you know. Euphoria is on a streak, 3 rounds now, and even though they were ahead on the flip, which was very good performance, I would say Ruthless played maybe the first round better than Euphoria. Euphoria is really starting to make a name for themselves now.
Yeah, and Mix and Adam both getting 2 pieces for themselves, double kills, made that round end almost instantly. So they've Ruthless has got to definitely make a way to break through that defense and that aggression. With them, you know, they've got to either split up to where they can't all be taken on at once. As of right now, they're on that eco round and trying to save some extra cash for next round. So this one is more than likely going to go to Euphoria unless they can get some beautiful headshots and be able to get those 1-taps. But Rooms is able to hold the corners. And with all that equipment flying, that may not be in their favor. Rooms able to pick out Banes through the corner. Genesis coming from the side and is at least going to be able to get 1, 2. And Adam able to come in and help and take out North in the midst and leaving Kip all by himself. Can he get any 1-taps? And that is no Adam to finish him off to bring them 2 rounds in the lead up to 9 for Euphoria.
Yeah, Euphoria now winning 4 rounds in a row. You know, it's definitely looking like they're ready to take it all. Ruthless, they have to really put up a show now for us to see. Otherwise, Euphoria is going to take it. They have kind of the advantage now. They have more rounds, and they're on the coalition side, which is a little bit easier, at least in my opinion, to play on. A little bit easier to win rounds on than the breach side. So, yeah, I feel like unless Ruthless just shows some crazy performance right now, some crazy strats, Euphoria might be able to just take it. And there you go, Vulgrim. That's a very good start. It's a very nice. It was a head glitch. He didn't actually get the headshot, but it's very hard to clear that angle. It's a very powerful spot to camp on that lab area. So great job from Bullgrunt. And looks like it's down to 2v4 now. So Ruthless might be able to take their first breach round.
Rooms holding that angle. Is he able to make contact? Which is yes, Vulgrant and Kip. Double kill taken out. Both. So now it's officially down to a 2v2. Rooms really severely damaged, which is a good thing for Ruthless. They're going to go ahead and get the bomb down, and it is planted. It's now up to Rooms and Genesis to get in there. Rooms able to take out A-Tick, which is just leaving North by himself, which is not that great. Rooms again able to take out North for the 4th kill of the match now, and able to get the bomb defused to give them 10 rounds.
That was such an insane play by Rooms. Like, he got those first 2 kills, then he was down to 28 HP, and he's still able to take the next 2 kills, you know, playing against head glitches, peeking, being the aggressive player, being the collision side. You know, you have to retake the bomb, you have to peek the angles. It's not like he was just camping in the corner, you know, racking up the kills. So maybe so far we haven't seen Rooms like perform insanely good on Bureau. You know, we haven't seen like kill feeds from him, but that round was insane. He practically clutched the 1v4.
Yeah, pretty much. Kip's coming in to take out Rooms. He wants the revenge on him to take him out. Genesis taking out North Adam for Banes. Genesis for the 2nd kill and a wall bang on A-Tick. Mix able to take out the headshot on Kip, leaving Vulgarant by himself at U ratio. He's trying to get, he's trying to figure out where he is through the smoke, and is able to make contact with at least one, being Genesis, but Fierce coming through the air to take him out.
Yeah, Euphoria is just playing out of their minds right now, you know, like, for those guys who maybe didn't know, A-Master is kind of the guy who's the, you know, he says what's happening on screen, and I'm more of the analytical guy that, you know, the guy who tries to show that he has a big brain, you know. Actually, every time I spectate Euphoria, it seems like they're not making any mistakes at all. Like, as an analyst, I always look for like mistakes that the team is making so I can point them out. And you know, there are many that I could say for Ruthless's side, but Euphoria, they're just outsmarting me. You know, they're just doing everything perfectly. Maybe there will be like some nitpicks for me, but they're just doing so well right now. Ruthless, I feel like they've just lost that, you know, that passion, that aggression. They're kind of just playing for the pigs, but it seems like Euphoria has the better aim in the 1v1 duels, so yeah, they're just playing picks and losing and just going down kind of 1 by 1. But I still believe in Ruthless, you know, they might be still able to do it. Rooms, though, holding a great spot there. There was kind of a one-way smoke. Actually, Kippy and North taking him out. And this might be the start of a comeback, you know, even though Adam Q takes him out, and now it's 3 guys left on B-Long.
Yeah, Genesis able to pick up A-Take North for Fierce, able to at least continue to be in the lead by at least 1 player on the team. Adam Genesis left, and Kip is able to get the head on Genesis and able to get him from the side, leaving Adam by himself. And bomb is officially going down and is planted. They were able to get that planted on A site, and they're able to circle back around. Adam able to find Vulgarant, and it looks like he's about to make contact with Kippy here. And if he turns the corner enough, he looks just at the wrong time and turns away, Kippy able to get the headshot and able to bring that round into the Ruthless's pocket and bring them up to 8 to shorten that gap a little bit. That was that perfect timing. Like, we could see him through the spectator, like, most able to see him, and then he spins around at the last possible and the worst second that he could have. And,
yeah,
you know, sometimes that happens.
It's just what it is, you know. When you see players through walls, you see so many opportunities being missed, and sometimes the timing is just insane. So that's why like competitive esports are so entertaining, because anything can happen, and so many times it's just the funniest timing or the funniest things or the like most random things happening. But this round though, Euphoria looks to start out on top. Mixes again getting a sniper headshot. I've seen a lot of sniper headshots from him today. And he's able to take another one. Yeah, Mix, they're just playing so well right now. They're getting the frags. Look at that. Like, there's not even chance. Attic didn't even have a chance to start shooting. Fierce was just, nope, I'm just gonna pre-fire this, you know, bye-bye. So right now, Ruthless, kind of looking down a little bit. Euphoria, this could be the last round. Euphoria can take it all right here and now. And we'll see how, you know, we'll see how that goes. I definitely hope Ruthless is able to at least come back a few rounds, you know.
Yeah, to bring that score a little bit closer. Again, Euphoria is at 12, and Ruthless is at 8. This is potentially the last round between these 2 teams. You know, they're working their hardest, and Ruthless, you know, they were able to come back from worse last time, at least for a couple of rounds. So they still have a chance, and you know, we've seen worse before. Room's still in his position that he likes to hang out by the plants. You know, he definitely has a little bit more of a green thumb than most of us, being able to hang out with the plants more often than not. Genesis is able to hang out here in B site, holding down. Seeing potentially some peaks, and Bane's able to know that he is there because he's gone there every single time. Bane's getting a second one on Fierce, and Kippy able to trade out for him. And so, unfortunately, there's 2 down for Euphoria, so it's not looking too great. Bane's still alive, not a whole lot of health left on him. Genesis holding the corner. Adam getting another grenade kill onto the scoreboard on Bane's. You know, that the really low health, unfortunately, was not great for him. So it is a 3v3 now. It looks like B site may be the place to go, but they are definitely staying huddled together for Ruthless to make their way around.
Yeah, it's a 3v3 right now. Genesis has a very strong spot. You know, this is very hard to check when you come out of the vents area. You have to kind of pre-fire it, but he's actually going to go for the aggressive peek. Doesn't he? Holds it, takes down Vulgrant, but he goes down himself. And now it's left with 2v2. North takes him down, and now it's all left down to Mixage. If he clutches this, he wins the whole finals. If he doesn't, Ruthless goes on. They can maybe take the map and take it to the third map. Hopefully. Yeah, he swaps
And he
out.
drops.
Yeah, that's what you have to do in clutches. But it looks like he takes down Attic, and now it's down to 1v1. All North has to do is play it slowly, not peek, and just not go down. If he goes down, it's over. He just has to play it slowly. But it looks like Mixage has some kind of an idea. He's going to check the vents. But North is there, and yeah, that's just well played by him. Able to take
yes,
the
and getting that headshot, too.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he wasn't moving, you know, he had his head turned, but still, it's nice to see some headshots coming in. Maybe he could have went for the knife, but I think, you know, just nerves in this situation are too much, you know. If you go for the knife kill here, and you end up losing, and just, yeah, your teammates
yeah, that's not something to do with, you know, you want to shrink that gap a little, maybe 12-12, be like, yeah, go for the stab, you know, and, you know, make it or break it, but, you know, they want to stay in for a couple more rounds, so definitely a good play for him not to do, even though, you know, we have seen Genesis already do that so far, but definitely the revenge is not ready yet.
Yeah, this is a very important round for Ruthless. You know, every round is kind of the last one for them. But if they win this round, Euphoria's money situation is completely broken. They have to go eco the next round as well. Then it's down to 12-11. You know, if they take that round, they've actually made the comeback. So if they get this round, I think they'll get the next one as well, because Ruthless will probably go Euphoria will probably go like all eco. And yeah, it was actually, I wanted to mention this a few rounds ago, you know, Euphoria they had like 7,000 or 8,000 for each player. So, you know, it was hard for Ruthless to break their money situation. But now if they do it, they actually have a huge chance to, you know, cause the upset.
Yeah, they definitely have the potential to do so. You know, Room's picking up a different angle and is able to take out Kip, but Bane's able to quickly circumvent that to at least make it stay even between the teams. Adam holding a good spot and is able to make some quick taps on Bane's, and it was easily taking him out. Genesis holding here for the vent, and Vulgrant just around the corner. He's going to go for the push. He is able to make contact, but definitely not enough. Fierce, Genesis, and Adam all picking up kills themselves to quickly eliminate everybody on Ruthless and taking that official win. Adam, yet again, at the top, 23, the exact same score that he had last time. And Bane's, Vulgrant still looking great for themselves at 19-16 over there on Ruthless. But unfortunately, Rooms, Fierce, and Genesis were able to have just a hair better games than they were able to do, and that is match set and game. Euphoria able to take the victory here today and being our first place winners here in the first qualifier for season 2 of Circuit. And so they're going to be able to grab those 20 points and put those in their pocket. Will they need to you know, play for the next tournament? They probably will, just to add to see if they can have any more points for them to officially secure their position. But congratulations to Euphoria for, again, taking that victory here today over Ruthless. And now Ruthless will still get their points for today, and they can we'll hopefully see them here next qualifier next month to be able to do this and gain some more points to secure their place. But they did a great job today, nonetheless.
Yeah, Ruthless just played it so well, you know, they're just such a well-rounded team. As I said, as an analyst, what I try to do is, you know, find error in kind of the team's playstyle and point it out, say what they're kind of doing wrong. And, you know, I could do that a lot for the side of for the other side, but like Euphoria was just playing it so well. You know, they had everything locked down, and not only they had some great performance individually. You know, we saw many players getting those double kills, even clutching up. You know, individually they played great, but also they had great teamwork. They were always refragging. You know, they were always looking out for their teammates. Almost never it was like that one player on Euphoria's side goes down and he doesn't get refragged, or the player who killed him like at least doesn't lose some kind of an HP. So Euphoria was definitely the better prepared team for this one. I think Ruthless, they actually played pretty decent individually. You know, we saw Baines. In the first game he was the bottom fragger. The second game he was the top fragger. So individually, I wouldn't say that Ruthless struggled that much. I think just overall in everything, when you take in all the factors, Euphoria was definitely the better team today. And yeah, if I had to blame one thing, like blame Ruthless for one thing that they did wrong, is that maybe they didn't have the best strategies, or they didn't adapt well enough, because it seemed like they didn't try new things out. Maybe I can't, like, I don't want to argue kind of with the in-game leader, but I feel like maybe if they switched it up, kind of tried a more extreme gameplay that they kind of tactics that they haven't tried before, maybe it would have worked, because the standard stuff that they were running, as we saw, it just wasn't enough. But yeah, definitely a great game. And what do you think about it?
Well, I do agree on the aggression side of things. You know, if we think back to last season, with the top two contenders of Reign and Elevate, yeah, they definitely have all being that, and it was X6 as well, able to make it into the top four. Those teams, aside from Ruthless having the ability to switch between the slow pace and the extreme aggression between them. And that's definitely something that helped them to get to where they were into the finals and be the eventual winners of last season, is being able to have that aggression. Again, they weren't able to bring as much aggression as Euphoria did. That might be something that they may work on, or may be able to try to do, because you need to match your opponent in their aggression as well, to where if they're able to push one area, you quickly circumvent that and push into that area yourself. And as long as the accuracy and the pinpoint abilities can be there, then they can easily circumvent that. And so, yeah, I do agree that there could be some changes, and definitely I expect that they'll be hanging out, watching us again to watch their plays and watch our angles to see what they can learn about Euphoria to be able to do this a lot better next time.
Yeah, definitely. So the next time we're going to be tuning in, is going to be after a month. So this was the main tournament one. Just quickly recapping, there's two tournaments, and there's like two tournament legs, and then whoever has the most points out of those two legs kind of goes on to the final, and the best four teams points wise are going to be in the final. So definitely tune in next time when we stream. It's going to be the same casters, both for Europe and North America. Maybe if you tune in North America for the North American streams, which are coming up right after this one, pretty soon after this one. And so, yeah, if you want to see the NA finals today, definitely tune into that as well. But for the next EU finals, it's going to be after a month. You can check the dates. They're going to be on Compact Esports. You can check them on Critical Ops' website as well, probably. So, yeah, all the important links are down in the description. And yeah, I think it was just overall a very, very interesting game today. We definitely see Euphoria playing, I would even say, better than yesterday. Like yesterday, before the stream started today, I said it was going to be a pretty close matchup, and I based that assumption on kind of how both teams played yesterday. But, today Euphoria just outperformed. It was just great gameplay overall. They really did well.
Yeah, 100%. And, we got to give a shout out yet again to our beautiful sponsors of Critical Force, Compact Esports, and Geyser. Again, if you guys haven't done that yet, please go check them out on their corresponding social medias, which, again, you want to go ahead and give them a follow. That'll be where all the new updated information is. Also on compactesports.com, you want to hit the tab for Discord and join your corresponding Discord for your area, such as the NA, EU, or SA. There's that fan event going on, and also the updates for event information is in there, of course, when we do this again next month for the next qualifier for number 2. That information will be posted there as well. Again, don't forget to tune in at 6 p.m. EST for the NA finals between Hammer Esports and Xenocide. They'll be playing here in just a couple of hours. As of right now for EST, it'll be about 4 hours from now. So if you guys want to tune into that, again, set your calendars and your timers. And if you need any time conversions, Google is your best friend. You guys can put that into for your current time zones. It's a great helping hand. So don't forget to tune into that. I am Amaster15. You guys can follow me on Twitter for that, or on Twitch and YouTube as well. And also Twist. That'll be Twist 20p on Twitter. You go ahead and follow him as well. And of course, he's YouTube as well.
I gotta call you out. It's not, you know, maybe I should use a different username, because a lot of people read it like that, but it's actually Twist 2OP. So like Twist 2 overpowered.
2 OP. See,
Yeah,
you
but
didn't
it's not,
tell me
it's
that,
not,
sir.
I didn't. That's a fault on my part. But I'm just, you know, calling it out, because otherwise I'm gonna get called Twist 20 pence or something. So I don't want that to happen.
So definitely worth more than 20 pence, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, but yeah, our names are on screen. Go ahead and you guys can type that in and find us on all of our corresponding social medias. You know, it's a great time, and you know, we'll be back again here next month, and again the next finals here in a couple of hours for NA. You know, we love having you guys here. We love being here, and of course doing this together. And you know, we'll be back here soon here in a month. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like, and we will see you guys here soon.
See you guys. Have a good day. Bye.